Hello, everyone. I'm TarotStache. Thanks for being here. It's great to have you here. Today, I'm joined by Hershe, the Shadow Reader.
Hello.
We're going to be doing a laugh and learn about tips and tricks. So, as you are listening, feel free to pop in a question. If you, we're not doing personal readings. We're looking for tips and tricks related to things that you are working on, spiritual things, mundane things, your practice, your collections, something along those lines. So looking forward to that. I will pop this up there. And so Hershey, what's going on with you?
Uh, a, a, a lot and a little. I've been quietly, secretly doing some book work, as in working and trying to bring my book to life with more chapters, thicken it up, kind of, put a little weight on it. Um, I've been trying to work in my room. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. I don't know. I've just been busy. I've been trying to get to the ocean as much as I can.
Yes.
I've just been trying to live a little and not be so worried about meeting deadlines like I was before.
Okay. I appreciate that. How has going to the ocean helped you?
Uh, Tremendously. I don't know if that's a big enough word. It's grande, grande. It's very large,
I
huge
love
improvement.
that.
Huge improvement.
I love that. We do have some of the best chatters here. So I would like to say hi to them. Hello, best chatters, best lurkers, the work lurkers, and the future lurkers. It's great to have you here. Beth, Aspasia Rising, Michelle, Jonathan, Chris from Elemental Cartomancy is here. Anya, hello. Okay, Anya, I'm going to highlight that question because this came up the last time we did a yawns, I believe.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
And I wrote it down and it was like, ooh, that's a good topic because tips and tricks. And as always, please remember that this is for entertainment purposes only. Do not make decisions based upon what we say. Seek professional assistance. Really.
Really.
So, and it's a helpful thing because I think we may have been backstage and you had started working on something and there was a question. I'm going, oh, well, you could try this, you could try this. Think of this as the collective hive mind for things about your practice, your spirituality, some of your mundane things, I always like to think about this as we're going to share our experience as complete and flawed as it is. I'm speaking for myself. We're going to share from our experience and maybe it'll benefit you.
I really thought this was going another direction. I'm kind of like, dang, I thought they were gonna like tell us about it, and we were just gonna sit here and read all the wonderful comments that they had for us. Like, I don't know. I bet that the best chatters are gonna be able to bring it and chat today. They always do. They never, ever, ever disappoint.
Correct.
So, I'm super excited because I actually do have a couple of things that if somebody's got some tips or tricks, might be able to help me along the way as well.
And
So,
we will absolutely do that. Hi,
okay.
Timmy Raven. Timmy Raven will be with me next week at this time, we're doing we're talking about tarot, and I'm looking forward to it. And by the way, do you know this person?
Who
Mosaic
is it?
Insight?
Oh, yeah, of course I do. Of course I do. See, I had to. Yes, yes, I do. I cannot tell a lie. I do. I do. I do. I do. I do. I do.
I'm like going, how do I not have Mo as a moderator? Okay, that is corrected. So, Jamie, Wandering Mountain Bark Path, Jenny Berlin. It's great to see everybody. Uh, if you have a tip or a trick, something that has worked for you, pop it into the chat. Do you need a tip or a trick? Pop it into the chat. We will do what we can. And Hershe, I appreciate Hershe because she's like going, I'll show up. I have done a little bit of prep, not a whole lot. This is me trying to manage my overachieverness. So, and but by the way, everybody, please remember to like and subscribe. It does help us. Ring the bell if you would like. So, oh, look at that. Medium Betsy Palmer is
One
here.
of my
Hello.
favorite humans.
Yes.
I'm a
And
big fan. I'm a big fan.
I also think it's great that you're meeting with your squad, and I'm glad you're doing that. So, speaking of which, Betsy and I need to get hooked up. Rooted Willow said, tips or tricks for, yes, something that you have found
Anything.
that works well
Literally
for
anything.
you.
Anything.
Uh, yeah, something that works well for you, something that you wish you knew, all that good stuff. I do have some topics.
I'm
Hershe
excited to hear them.
is unaware of what they are, but the first one is, what are some tips and tricks related to daily ritual? And this is where you in chat feel free to, what are some of your tips or your tricks related to daily ritual?
See, I'm used to having one of my favorite humans, Betsy, to kind of use as a soundboard. But I'm thinking now, how would Betsy answer this question? Because
Oh,
it would be like one of those heavy hitting answers that you would just have to build on, and I can't imagine. I bet hers is wonderful. But anyway, we're not in
well,
Hawaii. We're here. So, you know what? To me, just waking up itself is still phenomenal to me. I don't ever take advantage of it.
mhm,
I try to go outside immediately as soon as I wake up. Even when it's cold outside. Um,
yes.
I immediately I want to go outside. I want to feel the air. I want to feel the
Mm.
everything, the dewiness. Even when it's a wall of heat, I don't know. I'm weird. I want to run outside the second I wake up. So
And when you do that,
mhm.
how does that help you or support you?
And I think it's a psychological thing, honestly. When you go almost a year, learning how to walk, talk, wonder how or when the
Mhm.
next one's gonna strike, to actually uh living now, it's just a matter of knowing that I can do that, and I don't have to. Even if I got to get my rollster and put it at the edge of my bed, I'm gonna make it to that door. It's my mini goal every day.
Good.
It makes me feel, even if I can't get anything else done that day, I completed my little morning thing. I got to wake up and do that, so that means so much to me.
Yeah. Beth said, I love that, Hershey. I like to connect with the birds, squirrels, and rabbits in my backyard every morning.
Too. Me too.
I think one thing that a tip and a trick about daily ritual is to start small and start meaningful. I mean, and by start small, I mean, if the first thing that you can do is when you open your eyes, and I have been doing this of late because I've needed to get some more grounding, it is I wake up, my eyes, I take deep breaths in, I breathe out, I am within, I am without. I do that routine 3 times because it immediately starts to get me connected to my body, and it helps me breathe. So I would, my first suggestion is keep it really small and build from there. And by the way, the other, tip is, if you forget to do it, you can do it any time during the day, and if you forget to do it. So if you forget one day and you go, "Oh my gosh, I forgot that." Well, start again.
Mm,
Start again. Yeah, simple is better. Okay, we have so the best chatters have brought it. So for daily ritual, Anya said getting okay, wait a minute. Jenny Berlin journals.
mm, mm.
That's
I like
very
that.
powerful. Rooted Willow said, always call in my guides by each of them. They don't like a simple call in. Ah, so what's really interesting, Willow, you've paid attention to how it works and you have evolved it. Evolution is a key thing.
Mhm, mhm.
Betsy said, these days it's trying to remember to breathe. Yeah.
Boy, see,
Yep.
just knowing I get a chance to, yeah, talk about
Yep.
it.
Yeah. And Beth said, daily ritual start with coffee. I use my spoon as a wand of sorts. And as I stir, I form my intention. By the way, I'm guilty of forgetting my own tips and tricks.
Mm, huge.
Yes.
Me too. Me too.
Hmm. And Jamie does the same thing.
Mm,
Willow said,
scrolling
balance with breath work, simple stretches, calming music, essential oil and incenses. It gives me that moment of the day the moment of the day I can say I am balanced since my days are chaotic.
I'm
Nice.
absolutely loving every single one of these. Like, I mean,
Hmm.
you guys are giving me so much inspiration. Like, most of y'all already know my story anyway. So the fact that I remember every day to immediately go outside, like that's huge for me because I right now it feels like it's overwhelming to add a bunch more things, because some
Yes.
days I'll be like, have I had coffee yet? Or I I don't know, it's just I
Hmm.
I I do like to keep it simple and just breathe. Go outside, play with the squirrels, find an acorn. I
Yeah.
don't know, it is just it must be outside. So, man, you guys have some amazing starters. I'm just reading through the comments. It's
Oh
pretty
yeah,
amazing.
they're great, aren't they? Linda
Mhm.
De Gonzalez has joined us. Linda and I on Thursday are doing a Tarot the Stash Way about learning decks. Learning decks are different than beginner decks. Join us and find out. So there.
Words written on them. Gotcha. Okay.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Timmy has said, I have one important personal ritual. I immediately make my bed and meditate about one thing that I intend to do today. Start with start with a win over something I control.
I guess I would have to add that to it. I immediately make my bed too. Right.
Hmm.
And it started in prison. It wasn't before prison, let me tell you. But
Yeah.
um, well, long story, but yes, it make my bed and go straight outside. Straight
Yep.
outside. So yeah,
Hmm.
make my bed, go straight outside.
Yeah. That's an important one. Thank you. Jonathan shared a trick. Consistency with a scheduled daily routine helps make it a habit, so you don't have to force yourself to do the thing you know you need to do for your well-being because you're showing up.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
consistency. Yes, I like that word.
Yep. And Mo loves that, Timmy. And so, okay. And then we have, okay. Chris, Elemental Cartomancy said, for me, I needed to embrace the opposite. Not everything has to have huge meaning attached to it. I put things off, yes, because I'm lazy, but also because my brain wants everything to have meaning. And he says, total of seven, it's a total 7 of cups. Chris, I see you.
Oh yeah,
I see
yeah. Oh
you.
my God, I actually I felt that one. Yeah,
Hmm.
I can relate. I can relate. I
Yeah.
can relate. Yeah, for
Chris
sure.
also said, so giving myself permission to just do daft stuff has meant I found my groove. We love a good groove. And Chris, that sounds a lot, that reminds me a lot of The Artist Way, where she talks about the artist state, where it's time for planned spontaneity. It's in your calendar. And, and you're going to do something, you just don't know what it is yet. So,
Mm.
and all right.
Hmm.
Linda said, eat the frog first. If you know you have an unpleasant task ahead of you today, do it first. It gets done, and you don't have to spend your day cringing before you do it. Yes, and there's
Great, but wow, what a visual!
well, yeah, that's a philosophy. Eat the frog.
You can love it. Y'all know me. I love me some metaphors and similes. So absolutely, eat the frog. Yep. Y'all gonna see that in my reads somewhere down the road. Watch,
Of
watch, watch.
course. Yeah, yeah. And Timmy says, I've licked frogs, but never ate them. Willow shared, since I can't scream aloud, I say affirmations to self or put them on a rock and share when I'm able to go on a walk. I love that.
Hmm.
I love that. So that's so good. Thank you, everybody. This is really helpful. And I'm just Yeah, that's a really key thing. Um, I I planted a container garden of various vegetables. Going out to the deck to check what's growing, how big is such a mood lifter and exciting. Gets me outside and that much closer to the ground. I love
Hmm.
that.
I do too.
Mo has shared, I just crawl back into bed and close my eyes. My subconscious life is more exciting. How's that working
I
for
think
you, Mo?
that's for everybody, though. Honestly, I mean, if you enjoy your imagination, if you love to dream, if you love
Yep.
to daydream, fantasize, uh,
Oh
I
yeah.
think I would have to agree with that.
Yes. Oh yeah, I'm a big fan of when that happens. Okay, so are you ready for the next topic for the tips and tricks?
Yes.
Purchasing responsibly and knowing your limits. What are, and I'm looking at you all in the chat, what are some ways for you to purchase responsibly and to know your limits? I'm getting the feeling that Hershey might be a bit uncomfortable and she may not want to be seen with this, but it's okay, Hershey. We're holding space for you. It's okay, Hershey. It's okay.
Mm, mm, mm. I I'm not gonna be able to look. I'm not very good at that. I'm not. I'm
That's
not.
honest. That's
I
honest.
know my limits. I know my limits, and you know where they go right out the window.
Yes.
Every time, because if I want it, I want it, and I'm gonna find a way to get it. It's just the way that it is. I will it. I will speak it into existence. I do not care. I will make it happen some way, some shape, some form, somehow. So I don't know. Limits is like putting me in a box. I don't like that. I don't like it. I don't like it. So I do
Okay.
not purchase responsibly usually, and I can burn $1 faster than I don't know that you can park a car. I don't know.
This
I can
is
go
yeah,
through some money.
I have to say some people can't park a car very fast. I followed
Well,
them in the
I could
driveway.
just burn holes through it. Just I am not the one you want as your accountant because I'm not good. I'm gonna say if you want it, then get it because you can't take it with you, so you might as well enjoy it right now while you're here and have the drive, desire, and enthusiasm for it. So do it now, now, now. I insist on staying present and enjoying it and all of that. So
There is a difference between that and overextending yourself so you can't pay your rent.
oh no, bills come first. Sorry, bills come. But
Okay.
I have the
See,
bills must come first. It's whatever I have after bills that has a very short life
yeah.
expectancy.
Well, see, and part of that Hershey is you know your limits, you know where things go to where they need to go, and then the leftovers, that's a different
That's
topic.
yeah, I assume that was kind of a given. If you know everybody, you got to be an adult at some point. So yeah, bills and all that taken care of, and I'm not good at saving, so I'm just gonna let it burn a hole in my pocket. So
Okay. So Jenny Berlin, and this is from Daily Ritual, is connecting with deer on their yard. About 3 dozen. Now the sweet babies are coming. Willow has shared as it relates to purchasing responsibly. They asked their guides. It's not working. Mo says it's not working well. And if I ask my team for help with chores, plates might accidentally get broken.
literally,
Do we
literally.
know their team?
Ooh,
Okay, we're not here to make people uncomfortable. Linda is uncomfortable too because of the idea of purchasing responsibly, knowing your
yeah,
limits.
I ain't got no control. I ain't got none. I ain't got none.
Timmy says, I now force myself to wait 24 hours before I hit that Amazon buy button. 60% of the time, I don't buy it the next day because it was stupid. Timmy, I do something similar. I am not allowed, I do not allow myself to make purchases, online purchases after 10:30 p.m. It can go in the cart, yet it cannot be purchased. So, and that's worked for me.
I like that one too.
So, um, and so I think this is one of those things that the other thing that I do is I also look and consider, do I have something that would fulfill this?
Ooh, 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 ooh. I agree with that. I'm not kidding you, you guys. And I will tell myself I've got like this list. I'm not kidding you. I've got it from Lisa and Peggy Papez, right?
Oh
I have
yes. Oh yes.
the Peggy list. And I have to answer these 5 questions only when it comes to a deck. What is it? I missed it.
Oh,
Um
Peace Mama's here.
Hey, beautiful. I have to go through the 5, and if anything
Yes.
scratches that itch, I don't care how bad I want it. Either I rehome the one that I've got, or and then I'm able to. But if I have anything that remotely scratches the itch, it don't matter. My Peggy list
Yes.
won't let me when it comes to decks.
Well,
So
and
yeah, I agree.
this is a beautiful thing. There are people online who share things that help us understand our own motivations.
Mhm.
In 2020, we all know I purchased 64 decks in the year of 2020. Did I need 64 decks? Absolutely not. Did I want them? Absolutely. Was it filling an emotional void? Absolutely. Do I regret it? No, because I knew my limits. I
Absolutely,
was able
yes,
to do
that's
that.
part of it.
Uh,
Yes.
um, No, so getting caught up, and I did say hi to Miss Charlotte, getting caught up in the chat. I do not impulse buy. I've discovered that I am a person who needs to mull things over, whether it's a deck or saying something. I always admire my Sag friends who can say what comes to their minds.
Ooh, I
Yeah.
really like that. I wish I was that way. I have a hard time if my mouth doesn't say it, my face gave it away long before the words usually came out, with air included. So I need to take some of that advice, probably
Mhm.
sit with
Yeah.
it. I'm
Jonathan
learning.
said, yeah, Jonathan said, one way I purchase responsibly is by watching a walkthrough video looking for any reason why I shouldn't buy the deck, even if it's only because I already have a deck that fulfills that niche.
Hmm.
I appreciate that. That is one of the wonderful things about YouTube and flip throughs.
True.
So,
Very true. Very
yeah,
true.
yes. Kelly McCall is here. Hi, Kelly. Linda has shared, same sister, same. I'm okay with rice and beans if it means I can get something special.
Ramen comes in many flavors, baby.
Oh, and speaking of ramen,
Jeez.
you can find really good videos on how to make the ramen much more exciting.
Oh yeah, I can fry
It's
ramen.
great.
I can do all kinds of things with ramen. Yeah, it might take us like even like Chinese food. I'm not kidding.
Yes. Timmy shares, I think money is meant to be spent. Hoarding money is unbalanced. Surplus is overrated too. I also am similar to me. I believe money is energy. We must handle money appropriately. That
Yes.
proves to the universe that we know how to handle it. And Miss Charlotte is right. There, items are accessible now.
Hmm.
Kelly has shared, put it in your cart, your for later cart. You will ignore it. I do that. I love to do that. I also love to when I visit a cart and it goes, oh, by the way, these things have reduced in price or these things have expanded. It's fun. So, yeah, Jenny also puts it in the cart and wait and wait and wait till I can afford it. That's very smart.
A question, since we're kind of on this subject, is there a tarot or oracle deck that you have shown restraint for, but you know eventually you will own it, but you have waited at least 1 year or more for?
Hi, my name is Gerald. I'm TarotStache. I have no self control. My name is TarotStache. I like to acquire. I don't have one. Do you?
I do, I do. I'm so proud of myself, but I want it so bad. So I am a huge fan of Joanna Nelson and the Return to Catland and Catland decks. I don't have any cat decks, but I want my first cat deck to be Return to Catland and Catland. It's like a
Mm,
set deck from Joanna Nelson. And I have been crushing on the decks for a couple of years, but it's been in my cart for over a year. And I promise you, I look at it, if not every day, every other day. And I'm just like, I'm so proud of me. But what? I mean, I want you. I need
yes.
you in my life.
Hmm.
But no, yeah, that's it. It's the Joanna Nelson deck.
Okay. Yeah, I don't, to be honest with you, I don't think I have any decks that are like that for me. Okay,
She's
so
an artist.
um, Mo has shared. In all seriousness, I get overwhelmed with clutter and I procrastinate. Is is my middle name. I don't want to buy anything if I don't have a place for it. That's a very helpful tip. You must have a place for it before you can bring it in. I've also seen people who one thing in, two things out.
Mm. Mhm.
Many of us read the Tidying Up books. We watched the videos, some very helpful tips. Uh, Not always practical, but that's okay. Oh, and Kelly bought 64 decks. Thank you. And if I can wait until next month, it may wait much, much longer. Yeah. Yeah. Miss Charlotte said, every decision I make towards my retirement, with all of the advancements that are coming in healthcare, will extend our lifespans. I need money to live till 110. I love that. Love that. And Beth said, save for later is my modus operandi. Yeah, in some places we'll actually send you a sale, a coupon or something like that, Etsy. So, yeah, a year, yeah. Ah, Jane the Secret Tarot is here. Hello. Um, and Mo said, I'm learning to grow with that mindset, Timmy, but I need to get different emergency funds set up again. First cat, pet, medical, house, travel. Yep. Yeah. Admirable strength, Hershey. So you've got
Thank
you've
you.
got strength.
I'm teasing myself. I'm seeing how good I am at it.
Linda says not applicable to books, surely.
No, oh, no, 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 no. I
It
have
is, and
more
don't call
books
me
than I
Shirley.
have tarot decks.
Uh, Medium Betsy Palmer is going into the ocean. Have a lovely, lovely day.
Swim for me.
Terry said, I like to toss things in Amazon cart, wait a very short time, then I move them to save for later. Then every time I go to my cart, I can see what decreased in price. Do I want it at that price? Mm-hmm. I haven't. Oh, Kelly's like, they haven't announced Prime Days. Um, well, the other thing that is helpful is if it's a book or something like that, can I get it locally and can I get it used?
Yeah,
So I
absolutely.
like to try to. I've been trying to shop more local. First of all, it's extra beneficial for me because I need to get out of my house. For those of you who have been following me around and have been seeing the readings that I've been getting, the need for me to get out is a very helpful thing to get out and about. Use the app Camel 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 to check Amazon prices. Oh geesh. So, and Jonathan's going to drive to the west side, have a good time. And
Drive safe.
yes, these are helpful suggestions. And Hershey did not know that I was going to be bringing this up. So there you go. Now I have another one. Are you ready?
Uh-huh.
Everybody sip sip. And speaking of purchasing responsibly, TarotStache store is linked in the description. There's a couple of new things, and there will be a couple of new things probably by the middle of the next week. So get excited about those. And sometimes Spirit reminds us to get out and shine our light in the community. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so, all right. Here's the next one. What tips and tricks do you have for honoring ancestors? Looking at you in the chat, what are some tips and tricks that you use to honor your ancestors? Oh, and Jane the Secret Tarot is spending all of her money on her teeth. Just got back from the dentist. Oh my. So honoring ancestors. First of all, do you honor ancestors?
I do. I do.
And what are some tips and tricks that you would be willing to share with people about honoring ancestors?
I think everything I do, with the exception of maybe one or two things, it is in honor of them. I work with them all the time. I'm constantly in contact with them. so I'm always kind of in the loop with whether I'm lighting a candle or I'm opening a door or I'm calling an open heart call out session for a loved one. Um, I'm trying to help one that has maybe temporarily lost their way get back to a place where they can be ready to receive the next part of their
Hmm.
journey. Um, I speak to them all the time, constantly. They're either always in my head or literally out loud. I'll just be having conversations with them, and they'll be like, "She ain't talking to me. I don't know who she talking to, but I I right now I've got chimes going right now. They're fairy chimes, but
Uh-huh.
they're also going. I've got wind blowing just so that there's movement, sound. I burn incense. I burn certain types of wood. I work with certain tools that open more doors to give more access to them to
Yes.
give more
Hmm.
energy. I a lot. I bathe. I play in the dirt. I play in the sand, the ocean. I do it all. I talk to the sky. I do it all.
So it sounds like you have incorporated honoring your ancestors into your daily life.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. And oh, and Peace Mama said, I love the idea of chimes. So and by the way, this topic has excited the chat. So the best chatters are bringing it. And Jenny said, I talk with them to them daily. I love that. Honoring ancestors. The foundation for this is tarot for me. So I only use specific decks. There's yes, I have a particular tarot deck that when people want to speak or communicate with their ancestors, that is my ancestor deck. Timmy has asked biological or spiritual ancestors, and I've said yes, whichever. Um, oh, Willow buys them blueberry muffins, their favorite. That is a very that's a thing that's done in many cultures. You get them their favorite thing and you put it somewhere on an altar in front of their picture and regularly make that. So, so Linda said, while washing my face, I thank my many generations of Ukrainian peasant ancestors for my skin and my good physical condition.
Very nice.
I like that. Miss Charlotte said, I never met my paternal grandmother. I look like her from what I can tell in old pictures. I wish her happy birthday when it comes around. This is something that is a beautiful practice. There's birthdays and death days and remembering those and speaking those names on those days is a very important part for some people's practices. It's really wonderful. It's really wonderful. Jonathan says, I have old photos from my family of ancestors from 100 years ago and use the photos in a way honoring them and the ones that came before them. Mhm. Tea Garden Chicken, Terry said, I don't have any practices. I don't feel connected to them at all unless I go to my very ancient ones. And by the way, just because we're bringing this up as a topic doesn't mean it's something that you need to do. It's just it's a topic that I know some people do, and I'm curious about that. Tea Garden, or no, Willow said, I also honor my Mother Gaia, by feeding her rivers with honey, corn, meal, tobacco, milk, and crystals. My way of giving back. Jenny Berlin has said, I share stories about them. I tell stories about them to family members, family memories. That
That's one of their favorites.
Yep, that's a great thing. Tell the stories.
Calling them in and telling. and remembering them, celebrating. They'd much rather celebrate and laugh with you than try to help you stop crying because they're not very good at that. There's no human emotion on
Hmm.
the other side. So
Yeah,
have to turn that into something else and then calling them in and celebrating. That's one of the best things you can do.
absolutely. Pamela said, I feel when I do my tarot practice, my ancestors are around. Sometimes they step into the work and chat.
Oh yes, 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 yes,
Mhm.
yes.
Timmy shared biological genetic ancestors honored by living an honest life, spiritual root previous iterations of me by following the divine path of balance.
Like it, like it, like it.
Yes, very much. Very much. Um, I talk to my grandmother Opal and great aunt Mabel whenever I pull weeds daily. I know they're watching me and they make me smile. Love that.
Hmm.
And Pamela also agreed that yes, there are some decks that call to my ancestors to sit down at the table.
Yes, 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 yes.
Anya said, I wished my paternal grandmother, mother, the only one I ever met, happy birthday on June 7th. Ooh, just recently.
Yes, happy belated.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah, sharing what you know with your son. That's great. Saint D is here. Hello, Saint D. My mother passed away when I was 3. I can't remember anything about her, but I have a deep love for her. I think that's wonderful. I,
Beautiful.
and the fact that you don't have any memory of her, with the exception of the deep love, that's pretty powerful. That's pretty powerful. Yeah. Um, so I think for me, honoring my ancestors, I put a cup of coffee out every week on my ancestor altar. I will when I have that flash, that intuitive flash of, oh, I wish I could talk to mom, or I wish I could talk to dad, because I used to pick up my phone. Instead, I don't pick up a phone. I sit down and I do a little bit of a meditation. And so I try to have connection that way. I also remember birthdays. I am a big person putting birthdays in my calendar. So doing that. So yeah. So
Probably my favorite one is, and it's like a very light kind of what they call like a summer rain. It's not heavy or threatening with lightning, but I like to dance and get out and play in a mud puddle, and it's like
oh,
more I splash around. I feel like they're right there, like dancing with the rain with me, or playing in the puddle. Like I don't know. I like my water connection with them, but in the rain, I feel like they're right there with me when it's raining.
I like that. I like that. I also do a lot of honoring of my ancestors at Samhain
Oh yes,
on October 30th, the 31st, November 1st, and November 2nd. It is the time when I do spend looking at my ancestors, those who have supported me and those who are available to me now when I remember to call on them. So that's a key thing. Beth said, it's funny, I was close to my dad, but I feel my grandma and aunt much more than him. I wonder if it's because he was such a quiet guy. They weren't. That's I am also a firm believer, and this is just Gerald. People just want to be remembered. Say their name. That means a lot in many different levels. Saying their name is extremely important for many, many different reasons. Pamela said, the first time my mom came into a spread, I knew it was her immediately. I burst into tears. She was there in the compendium of witches. So that brings up another point for those of you who like decks. The finding a deck that connects you with ancestors is extremely helpful. Yes, Jenny, we have to honor them. We wouldn't be here without them. Well, I'm gonna gently touch back on that a little bit. We don't have to honor them. It's a choice to honor them. We would be here without them, or we wouldn't be here without them. Yes. Whether or not we look at them and we recall them and support them and lift them, that's a little different thing. Semantics. Willow said, I have connections with family members more now than ever did when they were alive. I either didn't know them or didn't like them because of my mom. They didn't like me because of my mom. Aw. Hi, Garnet.
Can relate.
And here you go. Beth has said tomorrow is the 2-year anniversary of the death of her dearest friend. That is an ancestor. That is someone who is to honor. So I want to know how you're going to be honoring this person, Beth.
Beautiful.
So yeah. So any thoughts about honoring ancestors? Any last minute thoughts?
I hope I can always continue to. I love my connection that I have with the other side, with limbo, with different realms, and I'm always open to trying different things. So I've heard about the tobacco and the chocolate and the this and
Hmm.
the that, and I just I've always wanted to try one of them reefs. The braiding or twisting or something of the like wildflowers or something, just
Okay.
right out of
Hmm.
your yard. Um, but it's supposed to be done just before Samhain, and then you I'll get everything together. I don't remember the story of it, but it's a
Yeah.
Samhain reef through
Hmm.
the
Hmm.
I think you do it with the summer flowers, and then you kind of let them dry just a little bit. I don't know, but I want to try that one this year, maybe because I'm in Florida now, so maybe those flowers will.
Is it sweetgrass?
Yes, it has a lot of sweetgrass in it, lots
Okay.
of it. I gotta start working on that.
Hmm. Yeah. Beth did share that she will light a candle in his name, text one of his daughters to share a bit, and read with our deck, The Lonely Dreamer. So, um, Garnet is asking if that's a daisy chain.
Is that what they call it? It's
It's like a
sweetgrass.
garland or something like that, I believe.
Yeah, they're beautiful. I love them, but they say that or at least in my family, my grandfather used to say, "He who hangs the first wreath of the season is not like the bringer of the sun, but the bringer of good energies and good vibes and everything."
Okay.
Um, so I want to start, incorporating more positive vibes in my life.
Of
So
course.
I feel
Yes.
like this this might help me remember as I'm going in and out the door to because I'm always touching my chakra thing. So I'm hoping to keep my connection as strong as possible.
Yeah. Sweet Woodruff.
Mm, I'm gonna have to look into that one.
Anya said, I was given a headpiece like yours, mine with Amazonite.
Is I can't tell you what the name of it is, but it was part of my birthday uh jewelry stuff that
Yes.
I bought me for my birthday. So thank you very much.
I love it. Okay, we're going to do a last one. Hershey does not know what this is going to be. Do you have any idea what it might be, Hershey?
Coming from you, no, no, I don't. It could be anything. So,
How about sticking to it?
nuh-uh, no, you didn't. Didn't. Oh,
Well, you have to
okay.
show him that. You have to show him
Oh
that.
my gosh.
Yep. Stick to it. Love it.
Ah, um, you know what? As long as my interest is there and I'm curious to it, I'm usually pretty gung ho and I see it through. But oh, I can't say that it always. Sometimes I end up getting around to it more than I stick to it. So
Yes.
I'm a Gemini. I'm all over the place all the time, and my brain is constantly moving faster than the chimes are right now with
Hmm.
different things. So
Yes.
multitasking.
The thing that is tough for me about sticking to it is I can get bored.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
If my
I was.
attention is not there, I get
Mhm.
bored. I
Yeah, I can
yes.
relate. Yeah.
I yeah. I also have to set some reasonable expectations. That's
Hmm.
really hard for me. Hi,
Yeah.
my name's Gerald. I'm an overachiever. So, if for me it is a let's slow down. What's a reasonable thing to get done in this amount of time?
Yes.
So, and T Garden said, "My stick to it was broken, so I recycle it."
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. Next. Well, and what's interesting is as it comes to the idea of sticking to it, it's like the nine of wands. You're almost done. You're almost done. Stick to it. Keep doing it. You're at the last quarter of the mile of the marathon.
Mhm.
That
Mhm.
sticking to it is also really important as it relates to getting things done as a philosophy about how you get things done. David
Ooh.
Allen. And
Mhm.
one of the things that he says, you work for inbox zero. If you get it down to 10 and you stop, it will go up to 1,000. But if you stick with it and you get it done, you understand what it's like to have that completed.
Okay. I
So,
like that. I like that. I really like that.
yeah. Willow said, I try my best to stay in the present and remember life is meant to be lived. It has been hard lately as my mom lives in the future. I'm just a go with the flow person, used to be the opposite. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Rome was not built in a day.
No. No, it wasn't. Mhm.
Uh,
No, it
oh,
wasn't.
oh, and because Tea Garden, uh, Pamela says, I guess you could plant or graft your stick to it. Oh, here you go. The numerical illustration progression of the pips are perfect advice for sticking to it.
Yeah, and I guess if we're gonna go like tarot card, I was sitting here wondering like what would be my stick to it. I would have to say probably the seven of diamonds. I have a very different connection to the diamond or pentacle suit. I know that most people go immediately to money, but it's so much more to me. And that
Uh-huh.
seven is that stick to it. You know, you're not guaranteed that eight. Ain't nothing in life a
Correct.
guarantee. But you're closer to it than you give yourself credit for. It's those moments where we got to get comfortable with staring at ourselves in the mirror and really looking at ourselves and be like, holy crap. And instead of picking ourselves a point in that seven of pentacles or diamonds, that's where you really start loving your curves a little different and your
Mhm.
stretch marks and your bruises and your imperfections, and you start seeing them as perfect imperfections instead of messed up or hurtful or ugly, and finding something to be hopeful for, and that seven moment is right with me with that stick to it. So I like.
Yes. Yeah, if you are on the 7, then the next is 8, 9, 10. Stick to it. Mhm.
Yeah, it's not a guarantee though, but you absolutely stick to it.
Yes. Well, and it is an important thing to understand how one operates. Medium Betsy Palmer and we've talked about the importance of understanding our personal baseline. If we understand our personal baseline, we know when we are fully engaged and when we can do the things that may be a challenge, when we can eat that frog, as Linda had said.
Oh my
So,
God, yes, very true. Very true. But I guess the best part of balance is realizing that not every prince is meant to be a king. So staying in balance is a big part of it.
yes, yes. My stick to it is directly related to my interest level. If I'm not interested, forget it. Algebra back in the day, yawn. Anya, I can almost bruise myself patting myself on the back for actually completing a task. I actually think that I think that's there's nothing wrong with celebrating, but if that celebration turns into a bit too long and takes you
Mhm,
out of the work,
mhm.
there is a movie company that when they finish a show or when they finish a movie, they then move on to starting the next movie that same day so that they don't have a day without actually working. So Teresa said this vegetarian won't eat a frog.
Probably not either. And I'm not vegetarian, but I
Yeah.
don't see it happening. Yeah, nope. Mm-mm.
Yes.
Hope not. Anyway.
Well, this has been delightful. Thank you for joining us, for joining me, Hershey.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for inviting me.
Of course, all of Hershey's links are in the description. There's lots of different ways that you can show your support for either of us. And please, one of the ways is by liking and subscribing because it's free.
Doing all the
This is
YouTube things.
and do all of the YouTubey things. What do you have coming up, Hershey?
OMG. I have I have tomorrow, Wednesday, the 11th at 8. I've got shadow work coming up, but I think we're gonna do spirit animal. See where you're at in your. We check to see
Okay.
what your spirit animals are. It's a long spread, but anyway, there will be a few people that I'm gonna break that down for. Friday, I have Friday's fixtures, and Saturday, I'm thinking about maybe doing a spirit box session. I haven't done one for a while,
Mhm.
but other than that, next week's real busy for me. Monday is meta messages, um, and I'll just have to fill everybody else in after meta messages on Monday.
Mhm. And Pamela Batcher says, "No, wait, I have 3 more hours. I'm free. Don't go."
Aw.
And Timmy said, "Very cool conversation. Thanks, Gerald and Hershey."
Oh, thank you for being here.
And Saint D loves you.
I love you too.
I have a great creativity conversation scheduled tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern. I am That's a creativity conversation where Mark, Spirit Whisperer, is channeling Pan about
Ooh,
creativity.
love when he channels him.
Yes. Make sure that you are here Thursday for Learning Decks. I have got lots of shows on Friday. I'm on with doing some mediumship. Linda de Gonzalez is hosting me for readings for Friday the 13th. I also have a Gratitude Drives Abundance show on Saturday.
Ooh,
So
be fun.
please, please make sure that you are paying attention. So thank you. It was great to be. It was great to have everybody here. Maybe we can have Hershey come back if she would.
And you know it.
She'd probably, I'd have to beg and all of that stuff. But I can't say, oh, I've got a deck for you that you want, but I don't have that because somebody made that no longer an issue.
You have to see on the 20th.
Yep. Yes, because we're doing yes or no readings a week from Friday. So, all
Yes.
right. Thank you, everybody.
Bye,
Bye.
guys. Bye.